Alright, we should be live.
Hello out there everyone, welcome back to this playthrough of Super Robot Wars Z3. I'm Rio, this is Zero.
We're 2.5 stages from the end.
Yep. So when we last left off, vengeance has finally been taken care of. Although it was a long, harsh battle, and cost someone their life, Gadlight Mansum has been defeated. With the dimensional repair done, and Gadlight out of the way, and a sphere now in Hibiki's hands, that time prison should be gone and we should be okay. The Earth should be saved, right? Unfortunately, we still have to take care of the anti-spiral. They're still out there, sitting around, and since they wanted the time to prison to continue, you can sure as hell bet they're not going to be happy about this. 20 whole teams.
Wow, the Gurren Lagann isn't an autoplay?
No.
I'm actually surprised by that.
It will be next chapter.
Well, of course it will be next chapter. It's the final chapter.
Yeah, so you have at least one team worth of people to determine. Vaguely.
Who do I... Where is... Zeta's there. Do I want to pair them?
I do not know. This is entirely up to you.
Let's... Well, I'm obviously going to pair the shuttle with... There.
I mean, I personally thought that the Gurren Lagann with the Shinker was a fine idea since you're pretty much going to use Lelouch exclusively for buffs.
Fair enough, if I use Lelouch at all. You can go ahead and go into the 20th team, I guess.
She's got good buffs, but you don't have any real stuff for her. Yeah, she's actually surprisingly high level. I didn't expect her to be that high.
Oh yeah, I've been leveling her this entire time. Through
Okay.
sub-orders. Alright, items are pretty much dealt with. I've done that. Get ready for a couple ace pilots.
Yep.
Namely, Hathaway Noah.
I know, it's a real shock, isn't it?
Will he be called by his other name?
Happy Ace Pilot. Congratulations, Master Hathaway. Thanks, AG. Of course, Master Hathaway. I've been watching over valiant efforts here quite a bit. Yet, as such, even I am incredibly pleased. However, you still have not done quite enough, Master Hathaway. Huh? You still need to grow up far more than this, Master Hathaway. After all, well, you can't afford to be complacent with the way that you are right now. Oh, if you do so, you shall only limit yourself. I'll be sure to remember that, AG. Although I don't really know what you mean by that. It does not matter if you do not understand right now. For now, you need simply focus on what is ahead of you. Happy Ace Pilot. Congratulations, Master Black Ox. Ah, I see that your reaction is rather understated. If that is the case, I suppose I shall put a bit more effort into this. Happy Ace Pilot! Congratulations, Master Black Ox! Ah, it appears as if you are pleased. Well then, as we are both fellow robots here, let us go at full power. Happy Ace Pilot! Congratulations!
Okay.
Oh, did I go too far there? It truly is difficult dealing with children, is it not? Sigh. Happy Ace Pilot. Congratulations, Master Char. To think that someone would be celebrating me here. I would never have imagined it. How ironic, is it not? After all... Well, To think that after taking off both your mask and your sunglasses, you could earnestly meet up with your friends once more. It was something I was more than prepared for. But even if I say that, I do feel a bit embarrassed about all of it. But even though you say that, you do seem rather pleased with the current situation, do you not? After all, if I tried to pointlessly hide it here, it would only cause even more stress for me. I would think you of all people would understand that. I suppose? So long as you understand, then everything is fine. Happy Ace Pilot. Congratulations, Master Dayaka. Thanks, AG. But to be leaving your family behind and heading out to space to fight on your own. I sincerely feel sorry for you. Even so, this is to protect the people I love. I'll keep on going. Do everything you can for the sake of your cute little Anne. AG, even you know how cute she is? Come on, take a look at this picture I've got here. Just take a look. Those adorable eyes. She really does look like her mother, doesn't she? But Kyo says her nose looks a bit like mine. But I think that she looks a lot more like Kyo on the whole. But I mean, I've got at least a little bit of strength in my body. I'd hope that Anne will be able to grow up as strong as me one day. After all, even if Kyo and I aren't there for her, I'm certain that Kinon and Carol will be there. Oh dear. It seems as if this will not end anytime soon. Oh dear. Captain Bright. What is it, AG? Deliberately calling me out here? No. I simply figured that I would offer a simple celebration for you here. I think it's still a bit early for that. After all we've done is transcended a single wall in our path. But I do thank you for the thought. Thanks, AG. Oh well, it appears as if I do not need to say anything unnecessary here. But it is a good thing, is it not? Thanks to the fact that Master Hathaway was able to retrieve Miss Kess, Captain Bright does not have the worst future awaiting him. At any rate, Hathaway's joy at retrieving Miss Kess created 200 Z-chips. They have been added to the squadron's stockpile. Now then, now that we have deviated from what Full Frontal calls the correct history, what shall happen to the world? Splendidly done, Master Hibiki. By absorbing that sphere thing that they talked about, the Genin has been completed at last. Completed? Yes. After all, supposedly the Guy mode is was intended to be the Genin's true form all along. However, because of the unstable output of the dimensional reactor, it was only able to be used for a limited amount of time. A device that's able to draw out enormous amounts of dimensional energy. A sphere. So with this, the Genin Guy will be usable unlimitedly? It appears as if the sphere's activation is related to the pilot's mental state. As a result, it will take a bit of time to be able to activate Guy mode. Alright. The Genin's true power. I'll be sure to master it. I leave it to you, Master Hibiki. I shall do everything I can to analyze the sphere from here. Counting on you, AG. And thanks. It's only thanks to you that I was able to come this far. Master Hibiki. Isn't that nice, AG? Both of you have been doing your best this whole time, haven't you? Yes. And then... But... that sphere... It's called the Quarreling Twins, right? I don't like that name. I mean, it does sound rather ominous. I suppose that is because the two of you are twins who get along so well. Although we do often fight a lot. Those who resemble each other too much wind up pushing each other apart. Just like Mars and Marg. AG? At any rate, We need to focus on the job that is ahead of us right now. Are you prepared, Master Gimme, Miss Derry? Alright. Well then, today as well, let's get to selling! 200 bow seed chips, a palladium reactor, and gem armor. You don't have enough for the gem armor.
We would if you sold all the random items.
All the eco snacks.
Why don't you go to the selling menu just to see, since I don't know if we really have
Yeah.
all the various things that can be sold.
Eco snacks are 500 each.
Sell them all!
Interestingly, they're the same price as grilled trident.
Just sell them all. Wow, that's actually worth a lot.
Yeah. That is. Just quickly, do you know anything else you'd want to grab here?
Might as well grab the GM armor. I haven't equipped either of those.
It's plus 1000 HP, 200 armor, and nullifies any special effects from enemy weapons.
Or what's the one above it?
Palladium reactor, plus
Grab the
150
palladium
energy.
reactor. Grab them both.
But none of the more special things.
I mean, I don't really know what of them would be particularly useful.
Just quickly here, looking at what all is here. There's the rescue unit, always nice, grant HP and energy. And the dimensional quake system, which is what Hibiki has, gives you 50% barrier, or 50% after image at 130 will, dimensional fault barrier, and jamming.
Yeah, sure, why not pick that one? And now I need to equip things.
And you don't have quite enough for the rescue unit. Although you could.
Yeah, rescue unit's less important. Alright. Who could use energy up the most?
Who burns through a lot of energy.
Hero burns through a lot of energy, but...
Strike freedom.
yeah, sure, strike freedom.
Oh, it's gonna have lots of energy now with what it's on it.
Yeah. This is the next final stage.
Mm-hmm. So we're just going to go ahead and burn a lot of money to get everything in place. And as many people as can be maxed out.
No.
I'd just been thinking that it might be worth saving some PP for some people to be ranked to S in terrain, but...
Terrain's not all that important.
It gives you plus 15% damage if you have an S. At least I believe that's the amount.
And the one other... Alright, now to throw equipment on people.
Sorry that this is
Should
taking a
not be
while to get
particularly
everything
long.
set up, but...
Sure.
Jam drive?
Recover
Yeah.
energy.
Plus 300 attack, and plus 2 range to all weapons.
Sure.
Tomorrow's Forbidden Funnels will be truly terrifying.
Alright, cheer up.
Going to give him...
Might as well take the S after.
Alright. I was going to ask if you were going to equip the micro-dimensional quake system onto him to make him truly invincible.
That would completely and utterly break him. Yeah, sure. That should be this.
Yeah. At 130 will, yeah, all... He has a 50% dodge rate. Just on top of everything. And he has
Alright, yeah. Alright, should be good now.
a barrier. And he has...
I mean, we're only doing one stage
Sure.
here,
Alright,
which will probably take a while.
we shall see. The despair known as possibility. The annihilation known as evolution. As one door opens, the future is closed off. We can no longer be saved.
November 3rd.
on the bridge of the Choginger Daigoren. We haven't seen this before. And you can see Lord Genome's hat on a plinth.
Okay.
He looks so happy there, doesn't he?
Shockingly so.
At this point in time, I've been able to locate the location of the Anti-Spiral's base. Is that true, Lord Genome? But how did you... Did you have some sort of lead to go off of? I shall explain that later. The most important thing is that this Cathedral Terra... No, the Choginga Daigoren should be able to perform a dimensional jump to reach there. That's nice. So I guess that we're putting humanity's hope on the line as we head off to the fight here, huh? Besides, Nia's there too. Just you wait, Anti-Spiral. This time we'll be sure to take the offensive here.
Aw.
The Choginga Daigoren's hangar. I mean, it's a pretty impressive hangar, isn't it? You can't even see, you know, the depths of
4
it.
units and that's it.
Yeah, I mean... And even the Shin Getter probably comes up maybe to the waist of those. Because, I mean, this is the size of a... This is a battleship the size of a moon. If not larger. A battleship where the only way to get around is by utilizing warp techniques.
Yeah.
Teleporters to get around in ship. Well, this Choginga Daigoren thing's huge, isn't it? I mean, it was originally as large as the moon, wasn't it? Exactly. It's precisely because it's so huge that various points across the ship have been controlled with short warp systems. Absolutely everything about this is unbelievable, right? I guess that just goes to prove how impressive the spiral races that built this ship were. What's wrong, Clan? No, it's nothing. The inside of this ship. It feels like I've seen it somewhere before. But if I said anything, I'm sure Michelle would just start laughing at me again. So, me and Z-Blue are going to use the Choginga Daigoren as our main battleship and head off to the Anti-Spiral's base. A mysterious enemy who desires humanity's complete annihilation. So, unless we're able to defeat them, the Earth will never know peace. Kitty. Our scheduled launch is 3 days from now. In all likelihood, this battle will be beyond anything that humanity has experienced before, and incredibly cruel. Isn't that perfect? Aren't all the fights we've had up until now been like that? We fought a black hole incarnate, and the rage of a fallen angel, the gods of the Olympus who had been thrown off from another world, and a system that was trying to reset the world. And to top it off, a sphere reactor who was able to shake the dimensions themselves. We've been able to win against all of them, haven't we? But even so, we have to say this to you. Even Lord Genome doesn't know the Anti-Spiral's true form or powers. And to top it off, even if we are able to infiltrate this Anti-Spiral's base, there's no guarantee we'll be able to make it back. So you're saying this might be a one-way ticket? FS. Does Will not have any data about the Anti-Spiral? Unfortunately, the data that Will has very few discrepancies from what Lord Genome knows. The only thing that both of them know is that the Anti-Spiral are overwhelmingly powerful. After all, even the spiral races that were able to mobilize a giant battleship like this weren't able to stand against them. Our firepower is going to be completely unmatched to anything we've seen before. But even so, we must go. Of course. After all, if they're going to try and annihilate humanity, we'll have to take them out. Alright. For the 3 days we need to prepare, or before lunch, I'm giving you all time off. Alright! Although this isn't exactly the time to be enjoying ourselves, is it? So I suppose this means it's time for us to go say our farewells to everyone we care about. In 3 days, anyone who hasn't returned to the choking Gadagaron will be accepted not to want to participate in this battle, and remained here on standby for the ball's attack. Please remember, your participation in this operation is not mandatory. Yeah. And if you decide to stay behind, we won't hold it against you. So it's entirely up to us to decide if we want to go or not. Even in fighting in Zuth and Zexus, we didn't have something like this happen. That just goes to show how crazy this is gonna be. But even so, we've gotta keep going. Alright then, everyone's dismissed. Just be sure to use these 3 days to prepare yourselves. Shotaro, Wada, I'd like you to come over here for a moment. And Shinji, you guys as well. What is it, Miss Misato? You see, the captains and I had a bit of discussion. We'd like for you all to stay behind on Earth here. Huh? What's with that? You say you're gonna leave us behind just because we're kids? That's exactly right. Miss Misato? Didn't you hear what Captain Bright said? This operation's going to be completely unlike anything we've done up until now. To top it off, even if we're able to defeat the anti-spiral, there's no guarantee we'll be able to make it back. So... Shotaro! Get her! Huh? Wait a minute, what? After all, didn't Miss Sumeragi say? Participating in this operation is fully... up to our own decision, isn't it? Any liars who try and break that rule, the ICBO can capture them, right? What? This isn't a problem, a question of... If that's the case, then what sort of question is it? Shinji? It's too cruel, Miss Misato. Sometimes you don't... Even though when I didn't want to pilot the EVA, you kept on forcing me to. Now when I want to actually pilot it, you're telling me not to? Even though I'm a member of Z-Blue, I'm going to fight until the very end with everyone else. I understand your feelings, but... And besides... I can't run away. After all, there isn't anywhere we can run to, is there? Of course! I feel exactly the same as Shinji! So do I. So do I. You all... This is our will, Miss Misato. Alright, I don't want to get captured for lying, so I guess I'll go tell the captains about it. Thanks, Miss Misato. But in exchange, just promise me this. Promise me that none of you will die here. Of course! Isn't that obvious? After all, there's plenty of stuff we want to do back on Earth once it goes back to being peaceful again. In order to do so, we'll have to win. For everyone who's waiting back on Earth for us as well. It's got nothing to do with being an adult or a kid anymore. Everyone on Earth's got to put forth everything they've got in order to win against the anti-spiral. Can we really win? "21st Century Defense Corporation, Public Relations, Division 2. Alright, Akagi. Here are the final forms you need for lunch. Even though I'd heard we'd got 3 days off here, I have to spend the entire time doing paperwork? I mean, come on, we are still salarymen after all. Commander Osugi. Yeah. No. Hey, Commander Osugi, where should I put our location for this next job? Let's see. Just leave it at anti-spiral space, I guess? Is that really gonna be okay? Well, I mean, do we have anything else we can put down? Even though it's going to be a battle deciding humanity's fate here, everything feels exactly the same as usual. That's the way they are. And of course, as always, they'll be sure to come back victorious. course, Mr. Shirota. After all, doing that's the Diehard and Public Relations Division 2's pride. I don't really care. But you do need to finish the rest of those forms, you know? After all, well, the entire company is having a ceremony for you guys here before we go out. Really reminds me that we're part of a big company, doesn't it? I'm certain it's something that's the president put together. Although I hope he doesn't take this out of our salaries. Let's just stop talking about things like that. After all, we're humanity's hope, aren't we? Yeah, that's right. Let's hurry up and finish this job with a bang! With a bang! You're talking exactly like Kinoshita, you know? At this point in time, I'm sure the Takeda General Company is having a huge party too. Takeda General Company. Keep on eating, everyone. I was certain to prepare plenty of food today. Hey, and got plenty of meat. Ooh. Ooh. I don't think we've had a barbecue as large as this since we started the company, have we? Well, of course. After all. It's because we haven't had that many large jobs since our company started. That's how it is, President. But it is well, let's eat all we can and enjoy ourselves. Yes! Let's go with a bang, everyone! Go with a bang! It appears as if Kinoshita has not changed at all. President, your teacher's here too. It's been a while, Teach. You okay? It's been a while, Wada. But, I mean, are you guys going off somewhere to the edge of the galaxy? It's fine, it's fine. After all, we're definitely gonna come back. Is that true, bro? You're definitely gonna come back. Promise? Leave it to me. Wada. Don't worry about it, Teach. After all, well, I've been getting all this homework you've sent off to Miss Suzune and doing it alongside Shotaro. In order to be able to graduate with everyone else once I come back, I'll make sure to study everything. Alright, Wada. Do your best. Alright. As the president of the Takeda General Company, we'll be sure to protect the Earth. We're counting on you, Wada. President, it's almost time. That's bad. Alright, sorry everyone, but I've got to head out here. We'll be keeping the barbecue going until nightfall. No. I bet that Shotaro's off with Maki right now.
Hey, no, do not eat that.
The Shikishima household. Living room. Shotaro, leave Tetsujin and Black Ox's maintenance to me. Thanks, Professor Shikishima. Good luck out there, Shotaro. Well, the entire Earth will be cheering you on. We can't lose here. For Gura's sake, too. I'll be sure to protect the Earth. For Gura's sake? I'm certain that Gura's going to come back to Earth someday here. I'm certain he'll be sad if there's no one left on Earth if that happens. I guess you're right. Alright then. I'm counting on you, Professor. I'll be back by nighttime. I'll be sure to try and finish the maintenance before then. No. But you'll need to make sure to sleep well tonight, so be sure neither of you come back too late. Alright, let's go, Shotaro. I bet right now Mr. Takeru's promising his mom he'll come back safe. Far East Headquarters. Alright, I'm heading off, Mom. Be careful, Takeru. Don't worry, miss. I'll be sure to protect Mars. And besides, everyone in the Crusher Squad's here for him. Yeah. Although, even if we say that, Takeru's the one who's always protecting us. But even so, this mission's going to be harder than anything we've experienced before. Yeah. In order to make it succeed, we'll need everyone in the Crusher Squad to work as one. Leave protecting the Earth to me while you guys are gone. Even if the ball come, we won't lose to them. I'm counting on you, Namada. Takeru. We'll be praying for your safety this whole time. But we have faith that you'll come back. I swear it, Mom. I swear upon Mark's soul, we'll bring back peace and victory. Koji said he wasn't going back to the Kuragania, so I wonder what he's doing here. Inside the Shin-Getter Dragon. Was it really okay for you not to go back to the Kuragania, Koji? I mean, Mom's not there, so what the point is there going back? You sure you don't need to go back to the Photon Research Institute, Sayaka? My father's currently busy preparing for the Baal's invasion, but I was able to talk with him on the phone a fair bit. Is that so? And besides, the person I want to spend time with the most is right here. Sayaka. If you're going to do... We don't mind you doing that, but could you please go elsewhere to do that? We're currently busy trying to make sure the Shin-Getter Dragon's in perfect state right now. What's wrong, Kay? You feeling jealous of him? What are you saying, General? After all... Well, you know that Kay has trouble talking to guys, don't ya? It's just like guys saying there. Here. After all, even though I'm an adult, I haven't had a single lover. Love? Kay! No, it's still far too early for you! What are you saying? The entire world's about to come to an end here! Isn't there if there's a better time, then when would it be? What are you saying? Do you think we're gonna lose? I mean, that's not what I was... Exactly as I expected. Alright then. For the sake of your love to come as well, we've got to be sure to win. What is it, Dad? You think we're gonna lose? That's not what I meant. So even Benkei's become a pointlessly doting dad, huh? Although that's completely unrelated to the two of us, isn't it? Neither of us have anyone to say goodbye to, huh? Don't get me wrong, Droma. After all, it's precisely because we're going to come back that I don't think I need to say goodbye. Exactly right. Our fights aren't going to end here. Our internal battle, huh? That doesn't sound half bad, now does it? So much time, Haruto! Alright. Shiro and the others are waiting there, aren't they? Alright then, let's head off. What are Camille and Shin are doing out in space, huh? Rock Hylam's hangar. We trust we're certain you'll win, Kira. Thanks, Athran. Get going, Kira. I'll be sure to come back, Lacus. Shin, do you not need to talk to Luna Maria here? You see... It's fine, Lieutenant Emma. After all, well, he's sure to talk with Luna every night before going to sleep. I guess I didn't need to be worried. Haha. Well then, Lieutenant Emma, are you not heading off to see Captain Henken then? Well, he's currently really busy with dealing with the Baal. Lieutenant Emma, when did she and Captain Henken... Even the captain lost to her powerful attack. So you sound like you know a lot about it, for. After all, Camille, while you and the others were in the ADW, I spent a lot of time with the lieutenant. And so I saw quite a bit of Emma's passionate attacks against the captain. For... Although you seem pretty happy he lost, don't you, Lieutenant? But even so, we can't afford to lose here. For the sake of all humanity's future. Future possibilities. We're heading off, Audrey. Ensign ready? Something up? No, it's nothing. I just have to forget about it for now. With about Chrono and Audrey. I'll deal with that all once I get back. Good luck, Hatha. After all, we're the hope of humanity, aren't we? I'm not exactly confident, but... Oh, come on! And if you're going to act that spineless, then I'll go off and see the captain instead. No, Cass. After all, the captain is currently talking with Captain Amuro. They wanted to be left alone for a while. The two of them. Such a weird relationship they have, isn't it? A lot of stuff happened between them in the past, but right now they're allies. That's right, Chen. Are you still mad at me? No, because after all, you're an ally of ours here too, aren't you? Thank you! But even so, I won't hand the captain over to you. You really are still upset, aren't you? Are you worried? Seems like nothing slips by you, But even so, we can't afford to let humanity end here. I feel exactly the same. What the anti-spiral fear most is humanity's evolution. How far humanity will be able to go. Muro. I'd like to see it. What'll happen to humanity from now on? And if the day will truly come, when people can rule over even time, you know? Is that thanks to your meeting with Lola? It's far in the past, though. So in the end, neither of us were able to get rid of our pasts. After all, it isn't the past, is it? It's our precious memories we couldn't let go of. But even so, keep advancing towards the future. Both us and humanity. Murray and Charlesnable. It looks like you're worried about them. Is that what it truly means to understand each other? That's an answer only you can give. I guess you're right. And that's fine. Looks like the two of you haven't changed much. Yeah, even at a time like this, is there no one the two of you guys want to meet? Although I'd wager you're not right there. Or I don't think that you'd want to say it. If Tro is lecturing me about how to deal with people, I know the end's near. Hey, you two. What if you try writing a letter? A letter? After all, both Vice Minister Relina and Representative Marina are really busy. If it's impossible to go meet them, you should at least write them a letter. That's a good idea. Is what he's saying? Nero just walks off. He truly is not honest with himself, is he? If you're the one saying it, then even Hero seems rather pitiable, doesn't he? But I'm certain that his feelings will be able to reach the people he cares about. Although I hope that letter doesn't get ripped up, don't you agree? I guess he's just lucky that he's got someone like that. I feel the same. Is there no one that you wish to leave a message to? I still need time before I can meet that person. How understandable. Oh, but oh well. I at least sent the captain, the general, a video mail. As expected. And of Colasor the Lucky. Is there... What about you? Are you not going to confess your feelings here? I'm more than happy just to be walking the same path as him right now. I must apologize, Noin. Six Marquise. Yes. I'll give you the code name. Name of Professor Wind the Lucky. I appreciate your feelings there, but I think I will ignore that. After all, that's something I'd like to say about all humanity. Macross Quarter. Listen to my song! Even at a time like this, Basara hasn't changed, huh? Where are Captain Ozma and Lieutenant Canaria? The Lieutenant's currently back with her family at the fleet. And of course, the Captain's off with Lieutenant Kathy. Everyone's headed off to see the people they love, huh? What about you? I mean, this is a good opportunity, isn't it? So why don't you let them know your feelings? I don't intend to raise any death flags like that here. Alto? And so, I'll wait until after we come back victorious to do that. Don't tell me you... Alright then, Alto. With that, we've definitely gotta make sure to come back alive, don't we? Yeah. The way Alto is right now, he looks pretty cool, doesn't he? What's wrong, Gamlin? No, it's nothing. I thought I might take this opportunity to confess my feelings to Miss Mullane, but it seems as if I still have a long way to go. Alright then, guess we need to head off here. Yeah, it's a bit far away, so we'll need to hurry. Time spent with the people we care about. I wonder what Kay's doing. Tokyo!
There you go.
Master K, what are you trying to do? What are you doing buying all this stuff? Well, I mean, the special walls are still kind of unsettled at this point in time, right? So it might be that we'll be able to go back and see Mimsy and the others soon. Don't tell me. Are these presents for everyone back at the factory? Exactly. After all, well, a victory at the end of the universe, and the stuff I've brought here today, they'll make wonderful presents for my beloved Mimsy, don't you think? Thinking of love, I think of all the elements. Wonder if they're getting fired up over everything here. Satan Academy. My father and mother trusted me with Altera and Vega. The fates of both planets. I'll be sure to protect Vega. Our home. You look like you're pretty worried, aren't you, Amada? Huh? Did I say something? No, but I can understand anyway, because it's you, Amada. This is Mikono. Amada. That Amada bastard! Heard. What the hell's he doing over there? Are you still hung up on Mikono there? How unsightly, Kagura. That's not it. He's just pissing me off over there. Well, if that's how you feel, then why not try moving around some? I'll be your partner for training here. Alright. I'll be sure to make you hate this training. Seems like even Kagura's changed. So have you, Tien. Thanks to you, Yuna. Looks like everyone's in a good mood, huh? Mix. What? That day. Stuff I wasn't able to tell you back that day at the hot springs. I'd like to say it again here. Leave that. Why don't you leave that until after we get back? So, be sure not to die before then, Andy. Yeah! What a peaceful sound. The peace of this entire world. We'll have to be sure to take out those anti-spiral who are trying to cause a ruckus, huh? I know all too well, old friend. Wait a minute. No matter where I look, I see nothing but couples! Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Does this last combo seem off? You gotta be kidding me. No, wait a minute. Isn't that last combo there off? No, that's the prettiest of all over there. Your rottenness is showing, Sazonka. Fudo, I'm certain that they'll be able to do it. So be sure to watch over them. And all humanity. Alright then, Director Claire. Let's go. Be sure not to forget the donuts as presents. I've been sure to prepare plenty of them. What's everyone on Team D doing right now? Are they heading off somewhere else like all of us? Back to the Dragon's Hive. Oh? Where's everyone at Team D gone? Johnny and Ada are off. I think Johnny and Ada are off on a date, but I've got no clue what the rest of the team is doing. It appears as if everyone is headed off to their own locations. So right up until the very end, they're acting independently, huh? Looks like they haven't changed at all. Although there are plenty of things about them that have changed, don't you think? They're completely different than the first time we met. They've become much stronger, haven't they? Of course they have. After all, they're history's strongest Team D, aren't they? Let's see. Thinking about loving being alone. I wonder what he's doing at a time like this. Are you thinking about Angel here? It isn't just her I'm thinking about. You're worrying about quite a bit, aren't you? I guess so. After all, people across the world are wondering the same thing, don't you think? This world needs its future. And we're going to go protect it, Dorothy. Is that a request that you've received from the entire world? You could put it that way. I'm certain that behind his mask, he's currently doing the same thing here. Ashford Academy. Looks like school's off today, huh? Since that's the case, why don't you take off your mask here? I still have yet to finish atoning for my sins. What a stubborn man. Then, you really should relax every once in a while, you know? You're so stubborn, you're almost stupid, you know that? I guess you could be right. Let us go. Is that really okay? I mean, since we've come all this way, we ought to at least walk around the academy a bit. Things will become a problem if we're spotted by anyone. I'm sure that's because of your mask, though. What are you doing, Suzaku? There we go. Look much less suspicious without it. Alright then, let's go walk around a bit. I apologize. Stop saying things that aren't like you. After all, it truly doesn't suit you. You. This academy is where we all began, isn't it? We met, we parted, hated and loved. What a fitting place to be where we go before our final fight, huh? Is that truly alright, Colin? After all, if you spend too much time reminiscing here, we'll miss the meeting time. That's why we'll just hurry. Let's go, everyone. Not only everyone I care about. No. Zero will be sure to protect this world. Jigoku, are you here near Japan as well? The Shinjuku Ghetto. Jigoku, there's a visitor for you. Hey, Jigoku! We heard from Colin you were heading off on your own, so we figured you'd be here. After all, this is where we first met you, isn't it? This city's also where I first met Fiona, isn't it? Jigoku. I'm certain you'll be able to meet her again, right? Don't you forget, Jigoku. After all, at the very least we'll be waiting for you to come back. Sosuke, make sure whatever happens, you don't end up like me. Dwatha Dadanan. Huh? Where are Mo and Kurtz? Kurt said that he made some kind of excuse and headed off somewhere else. Really? He did? Lieutenant Clouseau is currently holed up in his room. He has expressly forbidden entry to anyone else. I expect he is undergoing some sort of mental training. Is that so? When I passed by him in the corridor, he seemed to have his arms full of some sort of DVDs or something. Think he's watching those in his room? He must be some sort of combat or tactical training. That seems like a pretty odd hobby. How cruel, Miss Kaname! Hey, and you're here too? What do you mean by cruel, Captain? Is there something wrong with what is happening right now? I'm not even sure where to begin with butting in on that. There are no problems. Infiltrating the anti-spiral's base is our objective. What should I do? Here. I think I'm gonna get worn out here before we even deploy. Well then, Miss Kaname. Be sure to enjoy your 3-day rest here. I mean, is this really okay, Tessa? Spending your entire break searching the Danan? After all, I can't have you in charge of her all the time. I'll do everything I can here. If you're trying to arrange things that I stay here on Earth, stop it already. After all, well, I may not be a member of Z-Blue, but I've got at least resolved to see this through. Thanks, Miss Kaname. And that's precisely why I'd like for you and Sergeant Mr. Sakura to enjoy yourselves on this break. Think of it as my thanks for always saving me here. No apologies are necessary, Captain. Thanks, Tessa. Alright then, let's go, Sosuke. I wonder if Shinji is busy meeting his friends right now. So this is where we came in the end? Yeah. Do you not need to meet with your father? If it's about the reports, Miss Misato's already taking care of it. Is that so? You're late, Shinji! What are you doing? If you're late, Sis and all the others are gonna be mad! Yeah? No? See, where's Shikinami? She's busy today. She's as crazy as always. I'm gonna have to do something crazy to make Sis Kellen understand. Let's go. Shinji? After all, we might not be able to meet each other for a while after this. Let's be sure to enjoy today. I guess so. I'm heading off, Asuka. And Dad. I'm sure the Mr. Hibiki's headed off there. Back to the hospital. Just the other day, they were trembling a whole lot. But now they've calmed down enough that you could never believe that happened. I guess it means they're headed towards recovery here. It'd be nice if that's the case. I'm sure they'll be fine. Hey, Hibiki. Who are you? No, who are you really? Huh? I'm happy you've come here to meet me, but there are times when I can never get in contact with you at all. I'm sorry, Maki. Don't worry too much about it. But after all, I'm the sort of person who doesn't mind being kept waiting. But I would like to know, what makes you that busy that you aren't able to respond to me? Volunteer activities, I guess. What? That's unexpected. You don't think it suits me? No, I think that's an incredible thing. Thanks. When do you think we'll be able to meet next? Fortunately, I don't know. Is that so? Well then, next time you have time, be sure to let me know. Promise me that, Hibiki? Yeah. Jindai High School. Miss Suzune. You're the last one, Hibiki. Everyone else has already gathered. Did you come here to get me? Pick me up? After all, I don't like the fact that my partner's so loose with his time. Is it really okay for you not to go and see anyone else? I don't have that many people I know here in this world, after all. Huh? Did I not tell you about it? See, 4 years ago I got flung to this world on my own. It's not that strange of a thing, is it? I mean, isn't Miss Noriko the same? But... And it might be because of that, but... I just can't ignore you, Hibiki. Just like you. Just like me, you're always alone. Things are different now, aren't they? Yeah. Just like us. After all, we've got plenty of people we care about here at Jindai High and Blue, don't we? I lost both my father and my sister. I'd lost everything when I came to this school. But now as I am now, I can say it. Here, there are things I have to protect. So, even if it may be an uncertain one-way ticket we've got here, I'll be sure to go and protect it all. Even if I have to go to the very ends of the galaxy. Yeah. But even so, Hibiki. Yeah. I personally think that these glasses of mine are one of my charm points, don't you think? Huh? I mean, it does feel nice not to have to wear any glasses when I'm piloting the Genian, but I feel better with these on. I also like your glasses, Miss Suzune. Thank you. It's precisely because you think that... No, if you feel that way. Yeah. I won't say this is a one-way ticket. Be sure to come back alive. And someday, when everything's gone back to being peaceful again. Yes. We'll leave the Genian together. Hey! You're late, Hibiki! Are we getting in the way here? Are we interrupting something? Don't tease your teacher. With this, everyone's here. Even the elementary schoolers are here. Middle schoolers, too. Now the miscellaneous aides are here as well. Alright then, everyone. Kana! Kyoko? Everyone else in year 2 class 4? It isn't just us. We've got some guys from the other classes, from the 1st and 3rd years. After all, you're here for the first time in a while, aren't you? Everyone wanted to come see you. They wanted to see us? Yeah, everyone's been waiting for the volunteer club. They've been waiting for us? Yes. And so immediately, we'd like you to undertake the requests which have been piling up in your absence. Huh? Let's see. Request for aid from the various sports club. Request for repairs to various parts of the buildings. Taking care of the flower garden. Maintenance of the grounds. Maintenance of the library. Yeah, helping out with cultural exchange programs. There are a number of other requests that have come in. Oh, wait a minute! Are we just being used as in place of handymen here? Isn't that what the volunteer club does? What do you all think? What do we... There's nothing we can do but take care of it, Alto. Damn it, there's nothing we can do! Start with the basics here. So the volunteer club president to all you students. Start with taking care of all trash in the school grounds! So in the end, this is what we're gonna be stuck doing? Come on, don't complain, let's just get started. After all, we'll have everyone gathered here to help out, right? What? Us too? Of course. After all, it's everyone's school, isn't it? I guess you're right. Alright then, everyone. Understood. soon as we're finished, we'll head out for some Galaxy Ramen and Andromeda. I'll treat you all. Is that true, Mrs. Ume? Of course. If I didn't put myself out there, it wouldn't be volunteer work, would it? Yes. No. What is most important is that mentality. Alright, everyone, that's how it is. So let's hurry up and go! Looks like we're gonna have a busy break, huh? Back out to space. Choking a Daigerin. Hanger. This picture of Sis. A lot of stuff has happened. Since I got flung off to this world on my own, I don't have anyone to go see here. But you'll always be here in my heart, Sis. So... What's up, Noriko? Mr. Kitten? Hey, everyone's here. Huh? We're back, Noriko. Hey, got this as a gift for you. Some of Japan's most famous robot anime. I got some of the model kits you wanted to pick up. What? But isn't everyone supposed to be on break till tomorrow? For a final day, we all wanted to spend it with our friends at Sea Blue. That's what I decided, but in the end, it looks like everyone had the same idea. In the end, we all stopped with our second day of break. Alright, Miss Nork. Oh, these are some of my mom's handmade croquettes. Everyone else wound up bringing some souvenirs back to you as well. So it looks like we'll have a nice finishing party, huh? Yeah. Sis. Even so, I'm not alone here. In order to protect this world full of such lovely people, I'll do everything I can. Isn't that nice, Noriko? Not bad, kitten. That was a pretty slick timing on that. After all, well, I am older than her, aren't I? But even so, kitten, it's because you're here that Team Daigerin was able to get this far. Simone's done his best in his own way. Done his best, dragging us along from ahead, and you've been pushing us from behind. That's the way I feel, at least. What? Glad to hear it. That makes all these battles worth it. But after all, if you and your tits aren't here, it isn't Team Daigerin, is it? You idiot. What the hell are you saying at a time like this? What the hell's that idiot doing? Are you the one who screwed up on teaching him? After all, wasn't this a perfect chance, don't you think? After all... Oh no, the same bad joke. About how he's a sniper and also sniper mixed with hitting on girls. I'm a sniper, aren't I? I told him, what you got your target is like you never miss! Mr. Kurtz? I think that you're dirtying the images of snipers a bit here. At any rate, I don't think this is Mr. Kurtz's fault. I think Mr. Kitten just screwed up there. I guess so. He needs to learn from Mr. Daka, don't you think? Although, even if you talk about Mr. Daka, I think Kyo's more impressive. Kyo, hi. Hurry up and go already. Huh? You want to go with everyone else here, don't you? Is that really okay? After all, for the Team Daigerin and Sea Blue, this is their final and biggest scrap, isn't it? Who's gonna represent Litter Village if you aren't there, Dayaka? I'm so glad I married you! You idiot. But be sure to protect the world. And come back alive. Yeah, I promise it! With this, everyone's here. Yep. Alright, you bastards! It's time for a fight! Fight? That's right. After all, this is nothing more than a scrap. The biggest scrap in the universe? Over a girl, don't you think? With everything riding on it! Got no choice here. After all, even though this is supposed to be a fight with the face of the universe at stake, I can't help but get fired up here. I feel the same, kitten. That's a good way of putting it. Save the world and save Nia! Both are one and the same! Yeah. We'll do it, Simone. This is our final fight. Leave the Earth to you, Rosu. No matter what may happen, we'll be sure to protect it. Severa, I'm counting on you to be the operator for the choking at Daigoren. I'm also a member of Team Daigoren. I'll do everything I've got. Sea Blue, I entrust the fates of the Earth to you. It's finally time, huh? Everyone remaining on Earth is preparing to deal with the ball and the anti-spiral's attacks. Neozeon's acting on Haman Karn's orders and protecting the various colonies. Is that so? So we're the final round, and the Earth has left chambered, huh? With this, the wishes of all humanity have been entrusted to us. So we have to finish it with this single shot. For the sake of the future. Let's go. Mr. Lord Genome, we're counting on you. Spiral World Transfer System activation. The anti-spiral's home base exists in a gap in a space between dimensions. But they fled. And two. However, the way that I was able to locate it without spiral technology was unexpected. And what was it? It is a part of the law of the universe. When something is observed for the first time, it becomes concretely known. That is a law of this universe. And in existence, in that space which should be completely unknown and with nothing in it, a single spiral object was detected. Was it some sort of spell or something you used? So in other words, something or someone existed in that world. Its existence was known and had been observed. That created a link to our world. A person's will was able to determine its existence? That kind of sounds like the system from Paradigm City, don't you think? It's another form of dimensional energy, Dimensional energy. The origin law. Hasekon called it the power of... What was it? Power of, like... causality? Whatever.
Yeah, I think that was what you...
You have any idea what they're saying? Not a clue. Yeah, but even so, be sure not to let them know. After all, if you keep quiet about it, you'll look smarter. I've got no clue about it, mister. Can you explain it easily? President? Thank you, Wada. Alright, even though we couldn't say it, you really were able to. Way to go, kid! He's a hero. So you're losing to an elementary schooler here. I can understand what Wada says. Alright then, how about I explain it here? So, even though Nia, who's existing in that non-existent universe, has been taken over by the anti-spiral's will, there's something important to her that she didn't forget. And that's the ring that Simone gave her. That's the only thing that showed up on our search here. That's... That's pretty interesting, isn't it? Exactly. Simone's feelings for Nia were able to open a path for this universe. Power of love, huh? Love and guts will protect the world. Doesn't that sound just like Team Daigoren? Time to show off all our effort, too! Our boiling blood and courage! We'll take all of those and pierce them through here! Spiral energy transfer system preparations complete! Alright. Have all Z Blue battleships fly straight through the hole the Daigoran will pierce! As long as you're inside this battleship's field, you won't get lost. All units, follow the choking of Daigoran! Spiral transfer system activate. Let's go! This is our final fight! And here, after an hour, Chapter 59, Galactic Showdown.
Yep, it only took an hour. There.
Choose your 3 battleships. I mean, I think I know. Yep, figured as much.
Exactly the same as you.
So this is the space the anti-pyro created? Yeah, look! This huge naked lady over there! Yeah? So you came... Yeah, I promised, didn't I? I trusted you. Come, just you wait. I'm gonna save you! Is that really Nia? No way, it's gotta be some sort of protection or something, right? Watch out, Simone. The anti-spiral even stronger than you think. Don't worry. We'll win. We'll win. We'll go back to the Earth together! Foolish spiral life forms. Those who bring chaos to the universe. What is that voice? That's the anti-spiral. Finally shown yourself, huh? Those who bring pointless chaos and strife. The spiral races. The time when the spiral life forms continue on the path to evolution, this universe will be destroyed. The weight of that sin. Experience it for yourselves. And so now we've got a lot of these things to deal with. What's with those things? Giant faces? Hands? Feet? Even though we had so much trouble fighting against a single one of those hands and feet? But there's so many of them? Is this the true fighting force the anti-spiral had? This is not all we have.
Invaders and Space Terrible Monster Crowd.
I think it's just... They're the invaders over there, off on that side. Oh, the hugest things. Space monsters and invaders? CG Spiral are able to call upon the power of the ball? That is not so. It is simply that our goals are the same. What? In other words, in order to protect this universe, you must be destroyed. What the hell's he saying? Don't you falter here. Since our enemies have shown themselves, all we need to do is strike them down! All units, launch! Prepare your launch.
Just make sure there's no better team.
Prepare yourself.
Alright, absolutely no one is auto-deployed.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, do I want to do this? Do it here or here?
I would say take care of the Macross, because the Macross quarter has a harder time getting up to its will.
Yeah.
You might want to put him in there. Yeah, so that you can combine more easily. They're gonna combine? They're gonna combine? They're gonna combine? Are you There's no way that will happen. Yes, typically just jamming something onto your head doesn't make it a helmet. But in that instance... Hey Simone! We got the arc current here inside the choking Daggerin as well! With you and Dayaka in fine enough spirits, the current login can combine with the choking Daggerin and become the choking Gurren login. But be careful. Because the choking Daggerin a battleship, remember, the team you're in right now will be broken apart. Alright, we have a chance, we'll fuse! You foolish creatures. In the end, you cannot escape from your fates. You don't know what's happened to everyone else who's looked down on us like that, do you? We've won against everything. Even a black hole incarnate, the shadow angels, and even the gods of Olympus. And does that mean you still think you can win? That's right. We've been trusting our hope and fighting this whole time. Foolish spiral races. Do not believe that you are special in the universe. See. In our fight between those who bear spiral power, or since the dawn of the universe, beings of your strength have come and gone countless times. And every one of them scattered before us. Aren't you the ones who are thinking you're something special here? This is interesting here. Neither of us have lost here. This will be a battle of the world's universe's strongest, huh? Let's go, everyone. We'll take down every last one of them. And we'll teach them. This is the power of humanity! What fools. Destroy all enemies. Do not let your battleships die. SR point is defeat everything within 5 turns.
That feels like a...
And also just quickly here, since we have not seen these before.
Oh.
The Ashtanga class.
Okay.
Yeah, who knows what it is? It's a lot of faces. Has support attack level 2, energy recovery medium, 75,000 HP, size 3L. Has probability altering rounds.
That's a weird range.
Has beam and star throw or planet throw.
Okay.
Because if you'd ever thought when people talk about the end of Gurren Lagann and them literally throwing galaxies at each other,
that's not an exaggeration.
It's not an exaggeration. They are literally chucking whole planets at each other, throwing entire galaxies as shuriken.
Gurren Lagann is a series. I need to actually finish it at some point.
It is beyond the limits of ridiculousness.
I haven't started.
What the hell's with that? All of you... What the hell are you morons thinking? Every single one of you only thinking about killing each other? How stupid something like that is! Just listen to my song!
Even in the face of total death.
And annihilation. Not death, annihilation is
I'm
a
gonna
better
have
word.
to have him sing at the anti-spiral, aren't I?
Well, I mean, you're definitely gonna have him out when we get to that. Yeah, that took an entire hour of cutscene.
Yeah, that's not that surprising. I think I may be able to...
No.
No.
At least not like that. 153 will, 143. I believe Simone has to be the one to do it. Yeah, there you go. 4th option. Alright. Let's show you the power of the choking login! Do it, Simone! We throw them with everything we have! Woo! And the music has changed, of course, to Warrior Days. Just again, to remind you. Melee. You have melee, you have the space-time total bombardment, the Gurren Boomerang Choginga Slash, and the Choginga Giga Drill Break. So yeah.
And of course...
You have a move of 13. You can go literally anywhere.
That's thanks to Accelerate currently, but...
Yes. But still.
Yeah, I think the fact that I have 2 Haros
Yeah,
and
2
a Mega
Haros,
Booster
a Mega Booster, and a Super Alloy Z.
may be helping that out a bit. Alright.
Offense or defense?
That is the question. Yeah, let's go for offense.
Tackle all of the invaders. Kill every last one of them. They are not deserving of mercy. Relina, I'll be sure to win.
All he needs to say.
He's Hero Yui.
I'm sure that everyone has battle dialogue.
Oh, almost certainly.
Or at least, almost everyone.
Every main character, let's go with that.
Yeah.
Every main character plus Kira. Because Kira is the main character,
I was
right?
going to say, Kira is the main character. Shin's the Deuteragonist, don't you know?
Yeah, Shin's the secondary hero of Destiny. Silly me for not remembering that.
He may not have intended to be, but he is.
Somehow I think that will be just barely not enough.
He's got stupid high will.
I don't intend to let things end for that planet.
All he needs to say.
Yep. Chiroko's a man of few words. No matter where you go, it's nothing but fights. Chiroko's a man of few words, except when they are in his own mind. Because he's very talkative in his own mind, isn't he?
Yeah.
His inner monologues are a sight to hear and behold. Other than that, he says nothing more than is necessary.
He does get chattier later.
I was going to say, Chiroko's also supposed to be like 18, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
18 and immortal.
Maybe 19. And terrible with alcohol.
Nope. You did do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Fear
Remember,
Chiriko
I
QB.
don't have I have the skill that's all damage reduction is down.
Yeah.
And I'm at stupid high will.
Chiriko is Chiriko.
Come on, Mom.
Come here, cat. I will give you attention. Kitty? Hi, kitty. No, come here. Oh. Paloma. The Paloma has arrived to say hello to everyone. Good kitty.
He has nothing to say. Not surprising.
That's... Do you really think your logicless violence will be accepted by anyone? We won't lose. We'll show you that we can cut our carve our destiny with our own hands here.
I'm somewhat saddened that the Gurren Lagann has lost its map attack here. It's not a great map attack. It's more just...
The principle of the thing.
I would have loved to see what they do to a map attack.
I think that it's...
Doesn't the fire everything seem like it should be?
It should be, in all honesty. Because I'm pretty sure that is just what they did in series. And you're going to have to use that at least once before the end of this map.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, or some point on the next map, because I don't think you start with it next map. Yeah, you're supposed to clear this within 5 turns, so...
Is it a hit all at least?
Yes, it's a hit all, range 3 to 10.
Just checking to ensure no one has focus.
Would you really think someone on a battleship?
Maybe? I mean, I'm gonna go with a
I was
solid
going to
maybe
say,
on
just,
that.
you know, in general, the crew of the Shogengagure Lagan isn't a very focused bunch. Just you wait, Nira. Yeah, I'm going to rescue you! Get the hell out of my way! No matter if you're Baal or anti-Spall or what the hell you are! Don't think you'll stop me here!
In the next game, we'll have almost 10 stages with the Tengen Toppa. Which is pretty cool, honestly.
The drill advances once it moves ahead that much further.
The biggest
That's
problem
the way a
with being
drill
a
is.
battleship.
No tag stars.
No tag stars. Hero just,
Keep bustering everything.
I mean, definitely won't kill those two.
Yeah, but, I mean,
It
you
should
already know that.
Almost certainly kill that, though.
You already know and are accepting of this fact. Therefore, it is okay.
Will that give me a tag star? Only one.
There we go, lap full of cat. This definitely helps keep me nice and warm.
Are you cold?
I'm not as cold as I was when we started streaming. But I was actually rather cold then.
Huh.
Which
I mean,
is
it's
the
not
reason I have
warmest.
my cloak here.
Why aren't cloaks socially acceptable anymore?
Well, I don't know that they aren't, it's just, you know, people have moved to coats. And lots of cloaks to make them warm would have, you know, fur linings and such, and those are not.
Those are frowned upon now.
Yeah, just a bit. So just as a note here, I started playing a little bit of Z3 Tengoku here, just to prepare for any big text crawls that might come through in the first few chapters, and I can already see why people were disappointed with it. Just graphically,
The user interface.
the user interface is graphically a couple of steps down.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, this is actually a really quite pretty user interface you've got here for these.
The showing attacking gets like 50% smaller. And the numbers look worse.
Just everything about the user interface looks at least 50% worse when it comes to battles.
And there's no good reason for it.
I'm already having a feeling that they rushed production on it.
Just because it came out the very next year?
No, that's not why. It's just an overall feeling of the start of it. Even I have things I can do. For everyone's sake, and for the Earth's sake. I'll fight. Not because someone else told me to, but because I decided to. In order to protect someone. Oh, Shinji.
Alright, do you have enough will? Yes, you do.
To be able to utilize the radiation attack.
Nope, you got nothing to say.
Hi. Hi.
Okay. Unit 2, go over here. Dan Cougar, you just sort of wander off over here.
Ew.
Dialogue.
You know, the bigger trouble we're in, the more we start to burn. No matter who you may be or where you're from, come at us! We'll crush every last one of you! Dan Cougar. And Pornia being all pixelified. Crucified by pixels, almost.
Almost.
Yeah, it's, just the microdimension eaters. But it is very nice to know that you get microdimension eaters from the start in Z3 too.
Yeah, it is quite nice. That is an attack range now. Polygon Crusoe.
Dropper's folding cannon.
Just, it's not an attack that's used frequently.
Just over-the-shoulder cannon there. Even ATs have ways of fighting things like that.
I hope they aren't designed to fight that.
No, have ways of, not are designed to. Also, I saw it on Twitter earlier today, and I don't remember quite where, but somewhere recently, apparently, a full-size Scope Dog statue has gone up in Japan.
I mentioned this 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I don't know if I mentioned it on stream, but...
No matter where you look, there's nothing but enemies out here! Or, I don't even need to aim! Let's go! Don't think my wings will break with this!
There's a place in Japan that has, I believe, both ARC-78-2 and...
Scope Dog.
Zaku statues, where they put it up.
As I just think of the Gundam Cafe I went to while I was in Japan.
Oh, you did go to one?
Yes, there's one right outside the Expo Plaza. Why? Yeah. Why are the anti-spirals so worried about our evolution? What do they know? What's awaiting our evolution here? It's a good question. If they're terrified about you evolving, what is it that they know that you don't?
Keep going, hero. Just keep going.
Lol. Yeah,
Oh yeah, fun note. If you're looking at Hero Yui's damage and thinking, huh, that's a lot, turns out I've maxed out his shooting stat.
As in, he literally cannot go any higher.
He has 400 base shooting before Zero System. So I'll have to check what his current stats are.
Careful, Loam, you're starting to slip, girl. So let's see.
Maybe I should have put those, one of those energy boosting things on Hero.
Maybe. Well, I mean, you didn't necessarily expect him to... Oh, he's gonna be toast. He's going to be so out of energy. Yep.
Gotta love those hit chances, though.
Mm-hmm. Can't even use a single more Twin Buster Rifle.
I don't know if he has any attacks he can use now.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
He has the
ammo-based.
Beam Saber and his Machine Cannon. But you aren't in range. For, like, any of these. Yes, what was I saying? Yes.
I wasn't expecting this
So,
to,
Planet Throw!
Must turn it on.
Just to give you a sense of the scale we're dealing with here. With these enemies, since you can't tell just from looking at them.
That's not how I was expecting to throw planets.
Really? What were you expecting then?
I was expecting one of the planets to be, you know, slightly larger than that, thrown with two hands.
No, they're just chucking random planets at you. So yes, what I was saying before, So,
Gundam Cafe.
yes, there's a Gundam Cafe in the shopping mall right outside of the Expo Plaza in Osaka. So,
That was not my intent.
so yes, I went there once. I did not eat there, but... Alright then. Don't think that this little force is enough to make us lose our will here? I'll be sure to show you. Ooh. The pride and will of us humans. The strength and power of me and my Mazinger! Yes, the Expo Plaza in Osaka has a Gundam Cafe out in the shopping center outside it, along with the rather nice movie theater I went to once or twice. And it has a big RX-78-2 and Zaku fighting statue outside of it.
That's probably where it is. Where the scope dog is.
No, I doubt it. At least from the image I saw. The sense of malice and anger that's overwhelming is all they think about fighting? Is fighting all that you could do? Fighting is all I could do here. In order to protect the world that I love! Good luck, Setsuna.
This menu looks exactly the same in Tengoku. The
Quantum Burst. Yeah, this bit. The animation off combat.
just a few items.
I'm going to go back through my files here and see if I can in fact find. Well, I found one of the days I was at the Expo Park since I have a bunch of photos from there.
This feels like it's going to be a long stage.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of enemies. We're supposed to be able to do it in only 5 turns.
I
Yes.
think I can probably kill one of these with this.
To anyone who is wondering about it out there, yes, the Expo Park in Osaka and the Ethnographic Museum next to it are, in fact, a very nice way to spend a day if you're on a trip in Japan.
Time to fire at everything.
I'll leave the fine calculations to you, Leron! Leave to me, Simone. Maelstrom cannons! Mega Vortex cannons! We'll put everything into it and fire all! And so they just pop out of, little portals here all throughout time and space.
I feel like that should be just a massive map attack where there's no way to avoid your allies.
It would be cool.
Aw,
Just barely not enough.
just barely.
Where? Let's see. Ah, there we go, getting to it. The Gundam Square Shop and Gundam Cafe.
Alright, time for a bit of dialogue.
I'll be sure to protect it. Put the Othan Altair. The people I love. I'll fight. In order to protect everything I care about. It is, of course, Char Zaku here now that I'm looking back at my photos.
Because what other Zaku could it be?
I mean, it could be a normal one. You never know. It's unlikely to have... would have been unlikely. I remember that I was very impressed by some of the details on it, so I took some very up-close pictures of those. I also think that was a clock, too.
Alright, let's see if I'm right.
Kitten. Yes, those photos were also from a day that I found very interesting. I don't know if anyone has ever heard of or watched it, but there's a series in Japan called Thunderbolt Fantasy, which is written by Gen Urobuchi and made in collaboration with a Taiwanese puppet company. And so it is basically a glorious wuxia anime series, but rather than being hand-drawn, it's with these specially made puppets instead, and it actually looks really cool the way they blend the puppets and the CG together to create these effects. I went to go see the movie version of it on that day, and they actually had one of the puppets there that was one of the main characters from the show, so I got to actually see that in the flesh, or wood, whatever. So it was a cool thing to see. Let's just go with that. So it's pretty cool getting to see one of those puppets, because they are very, very intricate. Lots of kills. Did you use Soul?
No.
Okay.
No, that's just what... Oh god, if I threw Ozma with him.
It would be a terrifying
Let's see.
sight to behold.
Zero System only buffs his shooting by 22.
Interesting. Thought it was supposed to go up to 25. Resupply.
Should I probably have done that a bit later? Yeah, but...
Yeah, it depends.
Whatever.
Okay, there's convenience store cat. I don't have much to think about say here, as it's just indiscriminate slaughter of giant monsters.
It is kind
So
of
yes, I'm
difficult.
just going back through my memories of my trip to Japan. It'd be 2.5 years ago now, I think.
Oh, you can just skip map attacks?
Yeah.
I've been sitting through these because I didn't think you could.
Yes. Convenience store cat. At the 7-Eleven right outside of, Osaka Gakuin. Osaka Daigaku Gakuin, where I studied for my time in Japan. There was a cat that would hang around the outside of the 7-Eleven every so often, and so we just call it convenience store cat and gave it attention when it showed up. It seemed pretty happy most of the time. But I mean, that just seems strange, doesn't it?
Convenience store cats?
Yeah.
I mean, they're a thing around most of the world.
Are they?
Yeah, actually. They help keep mice out of the store. Out of the stores. And also, you know, people come to the store more often because there's a cat to pet.
This was a wild cat hanging around the outside of the store, not inside.
In that case, that's slightly more unusual.
But yeah, it seemed fairly happy, and it didn't seem to be too upset with people coming around it and petting it and such. And I think Hero's probably done enough damage for one turn.
What do you mean?
You can never have too much Hero.
You could never...
And then there's my trip to Osaka Castle. I truly have to applaud Osaka Castle. Or is it, Tokugawa Ieyasu I should be applauding, because in the course of my time studying history, I came to learn about the glorious Battle of Osaka Castle. So, bit of fun history stuff. Learning things today. Who knew? So, Osaka Castle was the base of power for one Toyotomi Hideyoshi, the second of the three unifiers of Japan. And after he died, there was the problem of who's going to take over now. Our leader has gone insane, and he's dead, and his only heir is like a 5-year-old kid. It was decided that leadership would be placed in this council of 5 elder guys, including one Tokugawa Ieyasu, the strongest warlord, and the guy Hideyoshi had tried to keep as far away from everything he was doing because, well, you know, he's super powerful and he's the guy most likely to kill me and take over. What wound up happening is Ieyasu did fight and try to take over, and he came to Osaka Castle eventually trying to take it down and capture and or kill Hideyoshi's son. He ran into a problem though. Osaka Castle was built too well. He could not get through the walls and the moats. And so what he decided to do was, he decided to just have his army keep up a constant 24/7 cannon bombardment. It did nothing to the castle, but it terrified the hell out of the defenders, and they could not sleep due to the constant cannon fire thudding around them. Eventually, they got to the point where they just sort of gave up and surrendered because they could not keep their sanity anymore. What he did is, Ieyasu gracefully accepted their surrender. He didn't, go in, kill anyone, capture anyone. He agreed he would go away. But as a part of the treaty he made to get him to go away, he made sure that the moats of the castle were filled in, because, they were a safety hazard. People could fall in those and die, And then, half a year later, he came back, and without the moats, well, the castle fell within a couple of days. No matter where you look, there's nothing but enemies. What kind of pain is this? But even so, I was more than prepared for this. If you thought something as little as this would be able to take us out, we'll show you how wrong you are. Well done, Orgus. Yes, Tokugawa Ieyasu. The man who destroyed a castle simply by irritating its inhabitants to the point of failure. There's also the fact that Tokugawa Ieyasu is a god, but to his credit, he is not the reason he is a god.
That was a mistake. Oh well.
Which is not what you would say about most, super powerful rulers that declare themselves gods. He did not declare himself a god. It was, in fact, his, grandson or great-grandson who declared him to be a god. He declared that his illustrious forefather had appeared to him in a dream and proclaimed to him to build a grand shrine to him. And so, there's just this massive shrine, which is the shrine of Tokugawa Ieyasu, and struggling to remember the name of it here. It's like the Nikaido Shrine? No, that's not quite right. No, the Nikko Toshogu. That's it. I think. Yes, Nikko Toshogu, which is the shrine to Ieyasu. It's got some really cool carvings all over it. I believe there is a famous, yes, it has a famous three monkeys carving. The hear no evil, see no evil, do no evil. And literally every one of the roof tiles, or the end caps of the roof tiles, is emblazoned with the Tokugawa family crest. So it's, just a little bit, we are the greatest people in the world kind of place.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit excessive. Only a little.
Alright, let's buff these teams.
I'm certain it could be much crazier.
Oh, it certainly could be.
But yeah, Japanese history is weird. Is pretty wild and weird. I do not think American history is anywhere near as wild and weird. Although, to be fair, one, I have not studied American history anywhere near as much, and two, America just doesn't have as much history.
America's only, 100 and something years old?
Even though we just want to live in peace. Why? As if we just die here. We'll live on with everything we've got!
I mean, America's maybe 200 years old. Oh, come on.
Maybe 200?
American history is not my strong suit.
Declaration of Independence, 1776.
Okay. So, yeah, no. A bit more.
Yes. We won't lose here! Be sure to protect it. Our Earth and humanity's future!
So just a little under 250 years.
Yeah, roughly 250 years. But yes. America does not have as much history, so I personally don't think there's quite as much room for it to be wild, crazy stuff happening. It's using a beam attack here. We haven't seen that. Forehead
Let's
beam?
go for this.
Probably forehead beam.
I really hope there isn't going to be a next phase to this fight after I get rid of all these enemies.
No.
Okay.
It showed that's the end. More enemies may spawn partway through, but their victory condition is just kill all enemies, and that's blue.
How long have I been on oh wow, even with hero spam, it's been an hour.
No, only 45 minutes or so. Have we got any viewers here?
Nope.
Okay then. Well. More crazy Japanese history, just going through random things here. Warlords. Like, I most specialize in definitely the pre-modern period of history, meaning before the Meiji Restoration and, you know, opening of Japan to the West. Although, Japan was not quite as closed as you would imagine. There were lots of places where things, you know, leaked through and such.
What a way of describing culture.
Yeah. I mean, culture is amorphous, much like cats. It will seep through any holes it can find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the best analogy, but I get where you're coming from.
Yeah. Yes, and of course there's, you know, the whole fact that, you know, Hokkaido wasn't a part of Japan for a long time, and they considered the Ainu to be a completely separate people. Things like that. Japan may not have the best history, but then again, probably no country does, really. And at least if you are not, say, hanging around the, Shrine name.
I know the one you're talking about. The War Criminal Shrine.
Yasukuni, that's the name. Unless you're hanging around Yasukuni, they probably aren't. Most places won't try too hard to push like we were totally in the right. Supposedly Yasukuni Shrine, the shrine which has the major war criminals still housed at it, still pushes the fact that, you know, like, World War II was a big misunderstanding and we didn't do anything wrong at all. All glory to the Japanese Empire. And it apparently tends to attract those kinds of people who will go around in huge buses with speakers off the top, shouting at the top of their voices over the speakers about kick out all the foreigners and stuff like that. It's honestly kind of creepy and scary.
Why am I using reactionary weaponry? Actually, no.
If you had one more square, it would have been nice, but whatever. It still worked. Yeah, Yasukuni is an interesting place which, you know, as a historian, I'd halfway like to go there, but I'm also kind of terrified of the thought of going there because of what I've, like, heard about it and such.
I think it's not the worst place you could go.
It's a place that that the Prime Minister always gets into trouble for going to. It's a place that, you know, celebrities get in trouble for going to, etc., etc. I think I took an entire course on Japanese religion the year that I graduated, and amongst the interesting... And there were a lot of very interesting bits of discussion had about Yasukuni. So, one of the major problems with the Yasukuni Shrine involves the wording of Japan's Freedom of Religion Act. Because the freedom of religion you have in Japan is not, I believe, you have the freedom to practice whatever religion you want. It's more, you cannot take away religious freedoms from another person. Why is this important? Well, at Yasukuni, the people who are entombed there, enshrined there, they're not just, you know, Japanese soldiers and such. It also includes the soldiers from their colonies, like, you know, Manchuria and such, that they had taken over by force and press-ganged into their army. The relatives of those people who live in those countries still and are pissed as hell about Japanese invasion do not want this to be the thing and have tried everything they can to get them removed from the shrine. But with the way the law goes, you cannot restrict the religious freedoms of another individual, and wouldn't you know it, the Yasukuni Shrine in Japanese law counts as a religious individual. Therefore, you cannot tell them, you have to remove these people, we don't want them being there, even though, you know, he's my dead grandfather, and I know sure as hell he would not want to be a part of your country.
Okay.
It's crazy messed up, but that's the way it is. This is what happens when you have people who don't quite know what they're doing.
That's unusual. Bye, Orcus.
It's okay, you'll be fine. Roger's here. You're safe. Enough. So yes, Yasukuni Shrine is a crazy place. And the other major problem with Yasukuni is, of course, you know, the Prime Minister. Particularly Shinzo Abe, who has apparently had a lot of things happen to him over years here. So, since I've decided I shall fight as a single man, I shall give up my entire life here. This is the repentance of one who chose the path of war. I will protect the future. Didn't have a good voice for him there. Oh well. So,
and there's going to be another good title here.
Yep, go right ahead.
I just want to deal with this.
Monsters who would try and devour the entire universe. This truly is the sight of the end. Sight of the end times, isn't it? But even so, I trust there's a future beyond that. We'll just keep moving towards it. So, people constantly shout at the Prime Minister for going to Yasukuni. Not necessarily Japanese people, but people from other countries constantly shout at the Prime Minister if he goes to Yasukuni because, you know, that's kind of like you're glorifying the Japanese World War II atrocities that were committed by the people who are enshrined here. The counter-argument by the Prime Minister and others goes, we've told you religious freedom, you cannot take away religious freedoms from another person. So while the Prime Minister may not be allowed to officially make visits to Yasukuni as the Prime Minister, there is nothing you can do to restrict Shinzo Abe, the average everyman, from going over to Yasukuni Shrine and, you know, making his donations. It's his personal religious freedom, he can do whatever the hell he wants. The problem comes when you have a bunch of Diet members who are exercising their individual religious freedoms together and all going to Yasukuni as a group. Using, you know, congressional motorcades and things like that to get there. And using bits of their salary as Prime Minister and such to pay donations to the group. That's when things get a little trickier. I personally think that is not right, but it's the way things have been. It's, interesting is one word for it. But definitely not something I would be happy about. There are lots of just interesting things about Japanese religion.
So, wow, Hero is up to 578 kills.
Mm-hmm. You've been pushing him hard.
8 teams left.
Let's see, what else can I think of to talk about? Let's get away from modern stuff for a bit. Move back to the distant past here.
I mean, I was going to say, what do you think on Gal Gaigar? We've not watched a ton of it, but...
Yes, we've been watching a little bit of it here, and it's, it is very goofy and ridiculous, is kind of what I feel. It's... From the first 5 episodes which we watch here, I feel it could do with infinitely more Gai Shishio and less of the little kid, but... It is what it is, I guess.
Gai Shishio is... interesting.
He is a gloriously over-the-top character.
He is the only reason, if we play Alpha 2, that I would even consider going for, the super robot pilot who's not named Sanger Zonbolt.
I don't care who the hell you are. Come at me! Pokeball and anti-spiral. I'll take care of all of you at once! I'll show you the resolve of a human who's ready to die at any time. After all, because if Roma dies, he's just gonna go to Getter Valhalla. He's fine. Glitter Armament of Infinity approved. Incredible! Feels like we've got inaccessible amounts of energy here! Is this the power of a sphere? Let's go, Miss Suzune. We'll use this power to protect the future! As the taboo known as Hope is now playing.
Alright, yeah, well, Annihilation's a thing now.
Mm-hmm. Range of 1. Hibiki! What? We've got plenty of enemies out there! Even so, I'll still take care of it. I won't give up. I won't lose to despair! The Gen of Mine's got the power to do that! This power... I'll be sure to use my will to make use of it! Gen rifle mode. Sword rifle mode. So I'm pretty sure that's Gen Sword 5. Now for only the second time, these two powers will become one. Nibelung Annihilation. I will admit, it's a pretty cool looking attack. Befitting a protagonist's ultimate attack. Nibelung. This power... the light that annihilates everything. Just one fist comes up, rips itself up, and then... This is the Genin Guy's true power! If only Hibiki knew, there's still another step to go. Because he's not done yet. You only have a few enemies left. Yep, that should be enough for the Vanguard. Hibiki's second theme just has such an interesting name, doesn't it?
Yep.
The taboo known as Hope.
I just love the stupid long range of this now.
Is hope truly a taboo? Love.
No one has instinct, right?
It doesn't look like it.
Okay. They didn't want to make it too broken.
But I mean, you could use love, which would give both of those. Deaka's got love.
I know. Since we won't be seeing too much of this after this, I don't think it's in the final
Just being
stage.
bigger doesn't make you better! I believe it is for a while.
For 60.5?
For the next stage. I do not believe you get the upgrade at the start. There are voices overlapping. At least his and Viral's, if not anyone else's.
Bronze trophy? Question mark.
No clue.
Just so you can get. There should be no reason to use Soul here.
I'm not sure. Because of the maximum size difference.
True.
But Chiro's God-killing pistol will be nice. Yep. Yep, he's got it. I mean, it's gotta be a pretty tough pistol to be able to shoot through armored troopers.
To be fair, armored troopers... armor plating is not...
But still, for a pistol to be able to do that. Not at just point-blank range.
Also, of course, pistol's bullets have, are interesting.
Okay.
Its bullets are massive.
Maximum breaking Inazuma kick. With the power of soul. Will this be enough?
No clue.
The enemy's numbers. They might be even more than my final fight with the space monsters. But even so, I won't pull back. Sis, the Cutbuster and I are on fire right now. It's such a nice thing that we will get to... Really, Ozma? You must really trust. Gunbuster. We will get her sister in the next game. She'll come back eventually. And the Gunbuster becomes a two-man unit. Make it probably even stronger than it is. Inazuma kick. Noriko is quite tough. Yep, that was enough. Goodbye, anti-spiral.
And that should be everything. Unless there's one monster just lurking.
We'll see. Nope, that was it. Alright! Enemies have been annihilated! Wait a minute. Something else is coming! Oh look, it's just as many as before. Exactly the same as before.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like we're fighting on their home turf and they have the home ground advantage. But that's... We have to fight such a huge army again? We can't lose heart here. They're trying to make us despair. But even if we defeat the enemies in front of us, there's no proof that that will be the end of it. At this rate, eventually... Damn it! All units, hurry back to base for immediate repairs and resupplying. Since we don't have anywhere to retreat, all we can do is fight. Ugh. Despair already. That is the fate that has been given to you. As if we'd sit down and accept that. Is there nothing we can do, Lord Genome? This space is under the command of the anti-spiral. And at its core... And the source of their power is the Death Spiral Machine. Death Spiral Machine? Well, what the hell is that? The Spiral Warriors who fell in battle in this place. It absorbed their spiral energy and converted it, perverting it into their own power. So if we're able to bust something like that, they're gonna get weaker, right? Where is it? Calculations have been completed. The system's core is there. If we defeat that, the system will halt. So we're in the middle of the enemies? I'll break straight through it! I can find a gap in those... guys? It is no use. At this level of combat, speed has no point. All that is needed is piercing power. In other words, a drill, huh? No, Simone! If you go, we won't be able to hold out. I'll go. You're talking about using a drill, leave it to me. Oh, Hayato. No, D-hole's my specialty, isn't it? Yoko. Leron! Hurry up and equip my gunman with what we need. I'll bust straight through the enemy with all firepower we have. And I will destroy that death spiral machine. Wait a minute, Yoko. That's my job. Kitten? Leron. Which is the toughest and most durable machine we've got? It's your Space King, Kitten. So, sorry, believe this to me. After all, grab all the spare and busted drills off the guard lock and put them on the King, Kitten. I'll pierce through anything in our path. Alright. Are you kidding? That's suicide! Huh? Are you afraid of dying here? It's too cruel to all the rest of us. Heading off and dying on your own? Kid, why'd you do that? You an idiot? As if there's anyone who wouldn't be afraid of dying. There's nothing else I can do. This is all I'm good for. I'm not doing this because I want to. Even though I'm terrified, I've got to keep moving. Mr. Kitten? Allow me to say this at the least. You all... It's because you've got Alice to have your back that you can do stupid stuff like this. It's because you're all there behind me that I can keep moving. Simone's pulling you all on ahead from head, and they're pushing you all on from behind. And that's because you're all pushing my back too. I'll be thrilled to see how far you'll all go. Wait a minute, Kitten. Yoko. Sorry. I know I'm being selfish here. You idiot. You shouldn't apologize at a time like this. Thanks. Kitten! That idiot! What the hell are you doing? Later, buds. There's no way I'd say something stupid like that. I'm heading off, you bastards! Get on! Let's go. From here on out, it's the real deal! I do absolutely love that they gave him a special animation here.
Yep.
This is my Kitten's final battlefield. Don't you dare get in the way! Kitten! Mr. Kitten! Kitten? Wait a minute, Kitten, you! Thanks for everything up till now, Kurtz. With this, I've got no regrets left. But you, Yoko, go, Kitten. Don't worry about the rest. Glad I got to be around you guys. This is Simone's Team Guards, Humanities, and my soul! Kitten! There's no way you can swallow it up!
And now...
As the sad music plays. A path is something you create for the people who come after you! Take this! Kern Lagan's drill. I'll borrow it here! King Kittens! Giga Drill Break! So this is the power of spiral energy? It's pretty impressive, isn't it? Choginga Daigaran Bridge. The the probability of that operation working was 0%. But in front of you all, it seems that calculations are unnecessary. What is this light? Since the death spiral machine has been broken, this space is overflowing with spiral energy. And the will of the fallen spiral warriors is guiding us to the true space of our battle with the anti-spiral. You're saying they're lying beyond this light? What awaits us there is the final battle. What? How unfortunate. This is as far as you go, Spiral Warriors. The anti-spiral? Continuing on even by sacrificing your allies. Those who know nothing other than destruction. That is the work of the spiral races. Spiral energy is the power to connect all life in this universe. And drawing out the infinite power of the universe from inside oneself. However, that power is not life. That is part of the truth of this universe. Truth of the universe? And when spiral energy goes berserk, the energy created from inside one's body becomes one with the universe. And the moment that spiral energy begins to go berserk, one's inner life equals the stars and the number of galaxies in the universe. These two galaxies continue to consume each other, turn into black holes, and return the universe to nothingness. That is the spiral nemesis. A rampage in the name of evolution instantly turns the universe to naught. Don't tell me that! It is because we feared that humanity's evolution cannot be permitted. As their evolution turns to evolution, this universe shall be completely destroyed. That itself is the most terrifying of all enemies. In other words, a natural calamity. What did you say? Spiral races. Before you encounter the wrath of the gods, you shall be destroyed. This is our one and only way to protect the universe. What are you doing, Simone? Don't be led astray by his words. One who does not bear spiral power, a beast man. You should understand. Right now, this instinctual fear that has been carved into your genes should be embracing your soul. What? I shall grant your destiny to you here. A universal labyrinth. All of you humans shall be relegated to a hell of endless possibilities. Closed off hell of endless possibilities? That's right. It is exactly the same as the tragedy that they had designed for you. All money spent on the Space King kitten has been refunded. And with that, we take leave here. When we come back tomorrow, we will encounter the final battle of Gurren Lagann and the individual hells awaiting every member of Z Blue. So that's going to be a long, long cutscene. Yeah. But don't worry. Even though we may have lost someone, another old friend will be waiting to guide us on ahead. So, I hope you all have been enjoying this as we come up to the final chapter and then the epilogue of Super Robot Wars Z3 Jigoku. So, Until tomorrow, have a nice day.
See you.